Okay, so let's get started. Go ahead and first of all introduce yourself and tell us about what you teach.
Okay, sure. My name is Holly. A lot of my students like to call me Teacher Holly. They're uncomfortable just calling me Holly, so that's fine. And I teach general English for Live Lingua. I also teach a bit of TOEFL. My probably passions, though, the things I really like, if I could teach those all day, would be grammar and practice activities, practice games. I get a kick out of those, and most of the students do too.
Cool. And how long have you been teaching with Live Lingua?
It's kind of weird. I started in 2014, and I temporarily left in 2016. Was exploring some different things, and I've actually just come back here in July of 2018.
Oh, cool. Okay. So you've been around for a while, it sounds like. Tell us a little bit, first of all, about how you got started teaching and what brought you to this profession.
Oh, goodness. So it's kind of funny. I didn't really want to be a teacher when I was younger. I didn't think I had the patience, and I always pictured my teachers in school, and I didn't think I was cut out to be one of those.
Yeah.
But I had a friend that I helped with her English a bit when I was in my 20s, and I loved languages. I loved learning them. And then I had as part of my BA degree, I had an internship at a refugee organization, and they said, we're going to put you in our English classes. We want you to help in their English classes. And not out loud, but to myself, it was like, I was afraid you were going to say that. But I loved it. I really loved it. And I had no idea what I was doing, but it was a wonderful 2.5 months of observing the classroom teachers. I was in the back of the room helping with phonics. I found a way to be of service and met some great students. And so later on, after a bit of a winding pathway, when it came time to actually make a serious career choice, as a Christian, I believe in the leading of God, and so he used that experience to really show me that that's what I was supposed to do. And I can remember it was during a lesson with Live Lingua that it just hit home that this truly was what I was made to do.
Awesome. Well, we're glad to have you. What brought you to Live Lingua? How did you find the company?
Well, during my master's training, online teaching, it was a thing in the sense that I took one online class, so I knew it existed, but I had no idea people were teaching languages online and doing things like this. And I was up late one night doing some kind of job search or something like that, and I stumbled across a school that was using Google Hangouts to teach. Yeah, they were using Google Hangouts to teach group classes, and they were streaming them. And I was spellbound. Like, it was hard for me to shut off and go to bed because I was just amazed. And I hadn't up to this point, I had spent a few months trying to find a job, and I was like, wow, I could totally do this, providing the software worked with the specialized software that I have to use. So that company was actually in the process of folding when I applied. I didn't know that, but they were in the process of folding. And that directed my search, though, to online language schools, and I came across Live Lingua, and I decided to sort of make sure that this was a good idea for me. I took a trial lesson with one of your Spanish teachers,
Okay.
And that sold me. It totally sold me.
Cool.
So I applied, and yeah.
Well, yeah, we're super proud of the online stuff, and I know Ray and Laura have really evolved it over the years, and it's something that we think, and I know they in particular think that it really helps the teachers connect with students, because both the teachers and the students are in their home environment where they're comfortable. There's no pressure or you know feeling like you're falling behind when you're just working one-on-one with the teacher. And we're always interested to hear what teachers' favorite parts are about working with students via Skype and over the internet. What are some of your favorite things about it?
Well, that is one of my favorite things, connecting with the students, getting to know them. There is more of a distance in a classroom setting, especially here in the US. The classes, well, maybe not so much the language classes, but they tend to be rather large. It depends on where you teach. But, and I get to explore different cultures, hear different accents. I mean, I can spend one day and go from Brazil to China, back to Canada, to uh, somewhere in the Middle East in just a single day. It's really amazing.
Yeah, it's exciting. What would you say it is that makes you proudest about being a teacher?
Oh boy, that's a tough one.
There's a lot, I'm sure.
Yeah, well, just when something clicks with a student, that's an amazing thing that makes me proud to be a teacher. Or something that comes to mind is a class with a student last Wednesday. We were doing, I added a little bit of a motivational activity to his classes, and we were doing it, and it was like there was just this, flow is the wrong word, but there was just this, he was motivated, and he's one of those students in general that's just ready to go for it and to really learn. And working with students like that is just the best.
Cool. That's good stuff. Okay, one last question. What advice do you have
Mhm.
for new students that are just signing up or are thinking about signing up with Live Lingua?
Okay, two things. One is about the sign up process, um, and that would be, um, give. It's better when they ask for your Skype name, give your Skype ID,
Okay,
because often that helps teachers find you more easily, and it helps the classes get off to a good start. Yeah, give your Skype ID, because your name might just be very popular.
mhm.
And the other one is a little bit more related to the classes. Um, Communicate with your teacher. Even if you come from a culture where speaking up to your teachers is not advised or not encouraged, politely communicate with your teacher if something isn't working, because we want you to succeed. We want to help you succeed, and we recognize that every learner is different.
Great. Well, Holly, I appreciate it very much. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts with us. And again, Ray told me specifically to thank you for all of your hard work over the years. So we love having you on board. And I will send you a link to this when it's up.